so this is the like tools, I guess.
Tools, gadgets, accessories, everything you use.
Everything that's not electronic.
Right. Aside from the light table.
Yeah.
Which is electronic.
Okay, so this is like my workstation, I guess. And I have like, it's like a regular, I think it's a gaming table, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's meant for like maybe teens and gamers, because we have like, the space is not very big. It's like a den in the condo. So I needed like a very narrow table, so it wouldn't protrude
too much
to the space. So I bought this table, and I have like on the table I put like an art board. You can like choose the angle that you want, but this is set up for my angle. If you can show it from the side, you can see here that it has like adjustment to the angle.
Right.
If you prefer like a deeper angle, that works.
Yeah.
But everything you do, you need to like check that you can like take the photo above the table, and to make it that your head wouldn't block the view.
Right.
Which is kind of, you need to like, it's try and error. Yeah. Something like that. So we have on this, I have like two light boxes. This one works like this. It has like plus and minuses, like for the intensity of the light.
Yeah.
This one just you press it.
Oh, there are
like
different ones.
There are different ones because I bought them like differently. These are Chinese brands. You can find a lot of them in Amazon. It's pretty easy. And I'm using them for, let's do like an example. So I'm working on my Wacom, and I do the sketch digitally. Yeah. Then I print it, and it comes out like this. And then I use like put the light box on, and let's do an example of paper. I put the paper, and this way I can see
the sketch that you prepared underneath.
Yeah.
So you can see that like the quality doesn't have to be high. It's just in order for you to get the beat of what's happening and the shapes and the composition.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you color code it in red and blue in order to denote characters and backgrounds. So it's easier
because it's easier for me to see. This line is indicates the column and like beneath her, and this one indicates her hair, so I can like remember what I drew before.
Right.
Otherwise, it turns out like too messy, and it's hard to
read. Yeah.
So here, beside the table, I have like I use paper that I don't need anymore, so I can like do all the scratches and like clean up the nibs and stuff like that, and just like try out the ink.
Right.
I usually keep some paper towels, and I reuse them actually. So each time I need it for something else, I just let it dry for a bit, and then I reuse it.
Yeah.
This one, I use them to clean the nibs. So my main tool is this actually. Maybe. No, this is gonna be too lit.
Yeah.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
So this one is I really like the holder. It's a Tachikawa.
Keep it still for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it here. No, it's gonna. It's a Tachikawa nib holder, and it has two different sizes that you can use it for. If any of you use the more North American tools,
Yeah.
So it's basically exactly like the crow quill. It's the same size. I use it for the smaller nibs.
Yeah.
This one is the finest, smallest size I have. And it's a Tachikawa Maru mapping pen nib.
Yeah.
It's the smallest one. And if you use the crow quill, it's more or less the same. The only difference that I can see is that this is a bit harder, but it does get a lot of line variations. So the reason I use this is because I need the variation. I can like press a little bit and the line goes very thin, and if I press harder, it goes thicker.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is this one. The other one, so this one I'm using for characters.
Right.
And if they are like farther away than you couldn't see them, you can see most of their body on the panel. So if it's kind of small on the page, but not very small. And also the small ones, because this is the finest nib. And for the other ones, like if you see a character like in a close-up, if you see a face in a close-up or a hand or something like that, I use this one.
Yeah.
The holder is also Tachikawa.
Right.
But there's the wooden one.
Yeah, and like a resin one.
This is a resin or plastic, and this is a wooden one. And this is a Tachikawa G pen nib. And this is the most common one that mangaka uses.
Yeah.
It's like standard size, and it's very reliable. It's very flexible. So you can, if you push it hard, it can make like very thick lines. And if you're very delicate with it, you can get like very thin lines, but not as thin as you can get with this one.
Yeah, with the first one.
Yeah, so I use this, for example, if I have like a character that you see like in a close to the camera, I do it with this one. If it's farther away, I do it with this.
With the thin line.
Yeah. So this is the two main tools I'm using for the characters.
Okay.
Other than that, so maybe I'll talk a bit about the ink itself.
Yeah.
So because when you use the pens, you need to have an ink pot right next to you. Maybe you can talk about it, because we had an accident. So it never happened to me before, but once I suddenly I saw something like underneath me, and I realized the entire pot fell over.
Yeah.
And I didn't even notice that. And it was like everything was ink. It was a disaster. It was like it ruined the printer.
It completely ruined the previous printer, which was the same model. And the funny thing is, when you ordered that printer, you got 2 by accident.
Yeah, I got 2 by accident, and Amazon basically said keep the other one, or I don't know,
sell it or whatever.
Do whatever you want, because they didn't want to deal with a shipment, because I guess it's more expensive than the printer itself.
Right, so they just let you have it. They made a mistake, and they...
Yeah, the printer itself is not expensive at all, but the problem is the cartridges.
Right.
They run out pretty quickly. And these are pretty expensive, the original ones. But you can buy like fake
third-party cartridges,
and it works. The printer says, "Be careful, it's not the original cartridges." But I don't know.
They would say that though. So yeah, the ink pot. There was an issue where somehow it tipped over and everything, there was ink everywhere, and it ruined the printer, and you had to clean for like an hour.
An hour? It was a day.
It was like half a day. Yeah. So what we ended up doing is I had an idea to secure the inkwell with Velcro to the table. So I just got this double-sided male and female hook and what is it's hooks and loops, I think, Velcro from Amazon that has a sticky surface on each end. And then the issue with the inkwell was that it has this sort of like dimple in the middle. So it wasn't really grabbing on as well as it could have been, and it came off the first time. What I ended up doing was getting styrene board, just like plastic card, and I glued that to the dimple on the bottom of the inkwell so that I had this contiguous surface to attach the
And you
hook.
also scratched it before you put on the...
So I took some abrasives and I scratched the surface of the inkwell so that the glue would stick better. And it turned out really well. So it really secures it and it's not really going anywhere. You just have to like lightly, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And so that worked out well.
So yeah, when I actually draw, it's this is going to be open, and I just dip the pen, the nib in the ink, and once in a while I'll have to like rinse off some of the ink because it gets clogged a little bit after a while.
Yeah.
So I'll just tip the nib in water, just clean regular water.
Yeah.
It's not clean now, but
yeah, but just
and then I just wipe it off with a paper towel, and then I put it inside the...
Does the paper towel not leave any sort of fibers on the nib?
I wipe it off with water.
Okay. Yeah.
It does. The fibers are from the paper itself because the nib is very thin and it scratches the paper.
Yeah.
And it pulls some of the fibers from the paper itself.
Maybe you can use a microfiber towel instead of this.
No, I don't know. It works.
Yeah.
If I use something that is reusable, it's gonna like... I'll need to throw it after one page because it gets a lot of ink on it. But the problem is if you use it over and over, if you use like a nib like a long time without wiping it, it's catching all the fibers from the paper. And then when you dip it in the ink itself, it has like a bunch of fibers and ink over the fibers.
Right.
Then when you draw
it
becomes wider, much like the line becomes much wider than you're used to. And
because there's ink build up and goop, and it sort of separates the two.
So you have to wipe it like once in a while.
Because what happens with nibs, for those of you that don't know, is the thing that allows you to control the width of the line is the nib is constructed in a way where it's one piece, but at the end here, there's a slit right there at the end. And when you press down, those two end halves separate. See how, let me try to film this. So you see the white line that appears in between? Let me see here. Yeah, that's the separation.
Yeah, but also if you press too hard, they're gonna separate too much, and then you get two lines instead of one thick one.
Yeah.
Then you need to like, it's a process that you need to learn how to control it.
Yeah, muscle memory.
And there's also another thing. You can't like, in a regular pen or a tool, you can draw in each direction.
Right, here you have to drag in one.
Hard. You can draw in this direction, but it's going to be hard to press and draw in this direction.
Yeah,
because it's like as if you are like stabbing the paper. So if you want to do a thick lines, you have to go this way.
Right.
So the only, it's like, it seems like it's a difficult tool, and it is a difficult tool, but it gets you the quickest way to like control the line thickness. and it's way better than drawing a line with a regular pen and then going after it again to make it wider.
And also you have to
it's
keep
a
it
waste of
smooth,
time.
right?
Yeah.
So
this way, only with one stroke you can do thick and thin, which is, I think it's the best. The only other tool that allows that is a brush or a brush pen. But with brush, you need more control because a brush doesn't have any resistance from the paper.
It's all give. There's no resistance.
And with this, you have some resistance from the paper.
It's basically like a spring.
Yeah, and you can be like more loose with your hand because you can like use the paper as a balance machine for your arm.
Yeah.
And with a brush, you'll need to be more precise, and with the hand, it's kind of harder. But there are some artists that use brush and they do it well. But for me, it's hard. I need some resistance from the page itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what about the types of ink or?
Okay. So for the dip pens, I'm using the this brand. This is a Speedball.
Speedball Super Black. Yeah.
I think it's an American brand. But this brand is very shiny. So I use it for the dip pens and that's it. Because it doesn't matter for a very thin line, doesn't matter that it's shiny.
Yeah.
But I don't like it for big surfaces. And for the bigger surfaces, I'm using this one.
That's Molotow.
Molotow.
Yeah. So I guess they create this in order to refill their markers.
Yeah, but you can use it.
But you can also use it, any way you want.
They also sell smaller
refills.
Smaller refills like this.
Yeah.
But maybe before the Molotow, I can show we talked about the characters, the tools that I'm using for characters, which is dip pens, and I need it for organic looking volumes, because for organic stuff it's better if you have like line variation and it's not very stiff. And for the backgrounds and all the other stuff, maybe cars, I don't know, hard surface volumes, stuff like that, I'm using technical pens. And I have two different, let's show. This is the modern, like recent one that I'm using. It's a Rotring set of technical pens.
Right.
I think it's a German company. So it basically works like this. It has like a different width. So this one is 0.2.
Yeah, 0.2, yeah.
And you open it like this. This one has like a very fine tip.
Yeah.
And it's refillable. It works with a metal tip.
Right.
And inside the metal tip itself, there's another metal rod, I think. Maybe needle.
Yeah.
Small, very small needle. And you need it because it's a very small tip, and it clogs a lot of the time because there's so little material here, like the ink itself. So you need the metal needle inside, and you can shake it, and the needle goes in and out inside.
So that keeps it
from clogging.
Yeah.
So the way you refill it is you open it like this from here, and here you have the cartridge of the ink. So they'll have their own. You can like change it for. This one is like you use it once,
Yeah.
But you can use this one. You just take it out and use whatever ink you want.
So you can refill the cartridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
For these, I use the same ink as the dip pens because I think it's better for these ones.
The Speedball.
Yeah, the Speedball.
The one that you said is too shiny.
Yeah. So I have like different type of
rapidographs.
This one is one of the small ones, and we have 0.3 and 0.5.
Yeah. So
I use them for various things. So if we see something very close to the camera, I'm gonna draw it thicker. And if it's something that's very far away, I use this one is the finest one, which is 0.1.
Yeah, so that's 0.1 millimeters? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so fine.
It's a tenth of a millimeter.
This is actually the finest tool I ever used. But
let me see if I can...
There's another brand which makes one that is even smaller than this one.
Yeah, it's hard to photograph this. It won't focus, but yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, it's so hard to see even because it's so fine. But so there's another. This one is Rotring, and I have another set. So this is a vintage Faber-Castell set.
Yeah.
The same. It's a different company, but it's the same idea.
Yeah.
And I bought a new 0.1 of Faber-Castell, but this one broke. So it's so fine that it broke.
Yeah.
I just drew. I didn't do anything like in particular, but it just broke.
Yeah.
And these one are the same. It's the same thing, but it's just a different. And this is from the 70s, which is very cool. This is a thick one, for example, 0.8.
Yeah, almost a millimeter there.
Yeah. So the technical pens are mostly for hard surface.
Or the backgrounds, environments, buildings,
environments,
far away.
Stuff like that, yeah. And when I do blacks, most of the time I'll use Molotow, as we explained before, because the ink itself is very matte. It's not matte, not shiny at all. Yeah. And it works better for me because it's easier to see. It doesn't have any reflections. And it works better with white ink over it. Right. So let's talk about these two things. Okay. So, okay.
A lot of tools and devices and techniques.
So for the blacks, we have I have variant sizes. So if I have like a large area to black, I most of the time I'll use this.
The Molotow.
Yeah, it comes empty. You can buy these empty and fill it with whatever ink you want. I use their brand.
How does the ink come? Does it come in a similar package?
This comes empty.
Right.
You buy it empty. That's why it says here empty.
But how does their ink? How do you?
The ink comes like this,
in the bottle that you showed before. Okay, yeah.
And you just open this part. I'm not gonna open it now, but you can screw this off, and you can like put the ink inside. And it has like the
felt.
Yeah. One thing that I discovered is you need to have like at least like this amount for it to work properly, because it uses like the weight of the ink itself to like
siphon
flow, to make the ink flow. So this just like it's a very wide tool, so you can use it like this for blacks.
Covering large surfaces.
Yeah. For smaller surfaces, I have another tool by Molotow. This also comes empty. So this one has like something that looks like a brush, but it's not actually a brush. It's made out of some sort of felt or sponge material. And also you can open it like this from here, put the ink inside, and just use it. And there's another type which has like the chisel tip, but this is cool because it has the chisel tip, but it's also very flexible and soft. So you can use it for small areas, delicate areas, and also like bigger. Let me show you just for a sec how it works. So if you use it like very accurately like this, it's very small, and you can use it like this, and it's gonna be like more wide.
Yeah, the line thickness.
So these are the tools I'm using for most of them. I'm using for the blacks. There's other ones. This one, for example, has a tip like this.
It's rounded.
Yeah. Because sometimes you want like different tools for different things.
Yeah.
I also sometimes use the Posca ones.
How do I turn this off? Because it's glaring. Okay.
But this is too dark.
No, it's okay. It's
Are you
better.
sure?
Yeah.
So I still sometimes use Posca, but most of the time I'll use the Molotow, it's basically the same, but the Molotow is, I think it's more high quality, the tool itself, like the pen itself. Posca are disposable, and this is refillable, so the tip is made out of materials that are more durable. And this one you can see for here, for example, what happened to the tip. So this is, it's not that it's bad. The ink is okay. The Posca ink is okay, but the tool, it becomes like unusable after a few times. So that's the reason I prefer the Molotow. If I have like very small areas of black, I'll use the smallest one. This is, I think it's 1 millimeter.
Yeah.
Also a Molotow, and it's also refillable. You can refill it.
Right.
Okay, so now we got to the whites. So the whites are a difficult subject, because I don't think I have a solution for the whites. So I'm using different tools for the whites because I didn't find like the best way to do it yet. But I think I basically explained before how I'm using the white on the blacks, because if you are working digitally and you print out and you use a light box, if you color the entire thing black, you wouldn't be able to see through the light box.
Right. Yeah.
So the way I do it is I have a transfer paper. So it's a paper that has like one side is like
parchment, like
it's like flat. It doesn't do anything, and the other side has like a white material over it.
Yeah.
So if you put it on a paper and you scratch this side, it transfers
the white wherever you press down.
So I use this method to indicate, like, maybe you can do this, for example. As an example, I'll have like I don't know, let's say I have this, this character here. So I'll go over this area.
Just with a pencil.
Yeah, with a pencil or anything. Just for an example.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can see
it transferred the lines that you made.
Yeah, you can see the lines here. So after I have the marking, I can use a white ink to go over the marking again, and then I can like draw accurately the white. So the problem is you need to find the correct type of black ink in order for the white ink to go over it, like
opaquely and
yeah. So that's a hard thing to do.
yeah.
And the best way I found is if I want to use like a dip pen, I'm using the same, basically the same dip pens that I'm using for the black ink.
Mm-hmm.
But there's two brands that are okay. This one is Koh-I-Noor White Ink. But this brand is very, very transparent.
Yeah. Where does it say Koh-I-Noor?
It says on the label somewhere. But it's very thin and transparent white ink.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work well. It works, but it comes out not white.
There's no coverage.
White.
It doesn't have a lot of coverage.
Yeah, you can see the lines, but the lines are not like white. They are maybe white, a little bit of gray.
Right.
But this works best with dip pens because it's very thin, so it doesn't like
clog it up. Or...
Yeah, it flows very good on the nib. And there's this one which is Deleter. I don't know how to pronounce the name. So this one is white. Okay, it's a very strong color ink. But the problem is you can see that it's
so thick.
It's very thick.
Here, let me try to. Yeah, it's very thick. I mean, it does flow, but you can tell that it's...
Yeah, so I can use this with the G pen, like with this tool.
Yeah.
It works, but with the thin one, with the mapping nib, it doesn't flow. It's too thick for it.
Right.
So, and also I found that the ink that I'm using for the dip pens doesn't like work very good with the white on it. So that's the reason I'm using the Molotow one. Mm-hmm. It works better with white.
Right.
And also the Posca works okay with white over it. It's kind of the same, Posca and Molotow, almost the same.
Yeah.
So the other option, which I'm using most of the time because it's easier and faster, is just using gel pens and Molotow.
Yeah.
So I have
acrylic marker.
It's the same brand as the black ones.
Right.
But this is a white.
Yeah.
Molotow. But Molotow, they have only thicker ones for white. And the thinnest one that Posca has is this one, which is, I think it's 0.7, which is not that thin. Mm-hmm. And it also, the white here it's not really opaque most of the time.
Right.
So I'm using, a lot of the time, using gel pens, which is not the best solution. But there's, I think the best brand is Sakura, mm-hmm. which makes a lot of artists use the microns. I never use microns except of...
Wait, there are white microns?
It's not microns, it's gel pens.
No, but you were...
No, I'm saying just it's the same company that makes the micron.
Yeah.
The same company that makes the microns makes these.
Yeah, the gel liners.
And the problem with them, it's... First of all, we have like different sizes. Mm-hmm. So there's the thick one is, I think, 1 millimeter. Yeah. These two are 0.8 and 0.5. But there's also thicker ones. There's this one. And so the problem with them is because it's a ballpoint, a lot of the time you can get like 2 lines instead of 1 line.
Yeah.
Because if you press, then like the tip itself is pressing too hard on the paper.
So the gel can't sort of build up on the tip because you're pressing so hard.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting like the sides of the ball.
The sides are, yeah. And the other problem is sometimes it doesn't like, for example, here, you do like a line and it doesn't, let me...
Oh.
You see here, for example, it doesn't like catch all the line.
Yeah, it like stutters.
Yeah.
Especially if you move it too quickly.
If you move it fast, then you have to work slowly, and it like changes the way you work, which is also like not a good thing for the flow of the work.
Right.
But, so, yeah, I don't have a really like best solution for that, but that's what I have now. For the refills of stuff, I'm using just this, which is like just a plastic one. Sometimes I use
pipette.
Use this.
Yeah, like
syringe.
A syringe.
And
what about the stippling pens?
Okay, so yeah, I have 3 kinds. There's a company that makes. We didn't talk about pencils.
Yeah.
So there's a company that makes this one. It's called Cuttle-Lola.
Okay.
Cuttle-Lola.
Yeah.
It's basically a pen, and it has it doesn't have any battery left.
Okay.
But it's supposed to work when you press here. It does like the moving motion.
Yeah.
Like this, and you can like do this stippling, but the only way they could do it is with the ballpoint, because any other tool, I think it damages
would ruin it. Yeah, you can do it with a felt.
So this one is pretty, I don't know, it doesn't work really good, and it's slow, and I never use it now, but I used it a lot before. Now I'm using the. So this is it's a tattoo pen.
Yeah.
By Dragon Hawk, which is a famous company that makes tattoo materials.
Right.
But for beginner tattoo artists,
yeah,
they sell you like the pen itself. It has like a different a detachable battery. And you get the battery and the pen itself, and you get this nibs, which are, instead of a syringe at the tip, it has like a ballpoint pen.
Right.
And it presses here, the motor presses here, so it does like a motion like
stippling,
this.
Yeah. So this is basically for like tattoo artists that are practicing.
Yeah.
But then you use it as a stippling device, right?
Yeah, and you also get like this with it, which is like fake skin.
Right.
But I'm using it for a coffee
coaster.
holder.
Yeah.
So this works like this. You press hard once, and then you press again, and it makes the motor move the tip.
Yeah, you can't really tell because it's going really fast.
But maybe you can hear it. But I can show it here.
Yeah.
So you do. This is like making it much faster and easier to do the stippling.
Yeah.
So that's the idea.
And it looks cool.
Yeah, but the problem is it's ballpoint. And also the ink itself is not very black, as you can see, it's very light.
Mm-hmm.
But I use it for backgrounds mostly. It's not that I'm not using it every time, but some of my backgrounds, I'm using it. Mm-hmm. For pencils, this is gonna be long.
It's already 40 minutes.
Okay. Pencils, because I'm using sketching, I'm doing the sketching most of the time digitally. I don't need pencils. But when I do it traditionally, sometimes for commissions or maybe cover work, sometimes I do need pencils. So I have the Pilot Technical Pencils 0.7. And it's the same thing. I'm using them for characters mostly with a red and backgrounds with blue.
So that's for sketching before you ink.
Yeah, if I don't do the sketch digitally,
yeah.
and I do need to do it like traditionally, maybe at cons if I'm in a con, or not at home, or maybe it's like something that I don't know, a sketch card or something that I don't use a digital sketch for. I'll use these, and it comes with a refillable 0.7 LEDs.
Yeah.
And I sometimes use maybe the blue for the sketching, and then I use a kneaded eraser.
Yeah.
And then I like make it lighter, and then I use maybe a different technical pen, something like this, maybe Faber-Castell. Yeah.
That's the pencils.
Yeah, pencil is not that long, but because most of the time I do the sketch traditionally.
Yeah.
But I do have a setup for cons, which is going to be maybe a different video, because for cons is something else, because I can't bring like the ink pot, and you can use dip pens, and you go into another completely different territory of fountain pens, which is something completely different that took me a lot of time to figure out this stuff. But maybe we can do it like in a different...
next con we'll cover that.
Yeah, or maybe a next video or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's the general idea of the tools.
And I do have like a drawer full of like refillable stuff and replacements if I do need it. If it like, I don't know, something is missing or anything, I do have it like right next to me.
Right. Because the worst thing is to be like in the middle of a page and you need a tool and it's broken, or you ran out of ink, or you can't find it for some reason.
Exactly.
And it stops you in your tracks, right?
Yeah, so all the tools are pretty close by. I use the masking tape a lot to like stitch between the paper that I'm inking on and the printed paper, so they stick together. So
securing the
mark
paper.
the place in the same spot. Sometimes I do use watercolor for colored pages. I do save all the nibs that I have, but I do have like a lot of like replacements here.
Yeah.
The nib should work for between 5 to 10 pages, but not more than that.
Yeah.
I even heard someone that told me once that he throws them away after one page, which is...
What's the reason? What happens to the nib?
So you can't really see it, but if you look at it under a microscope or a magnifying glass, you will see that the tip is broken. It breaks after. Yeah, because the paper, it's like an abrasive material for the metal. So it causes the tip of it to be like jagged a little bit, and then it doesn't flow okay.
Is there no other type of metal that could be a little bit flexible and harder?
You can buy like golden nibs, but it's, I don't know.
But gold is also soft.
Yeah, gold is soft, but I think it's more durable. I'm not sure.
Maybe, yeah, that makes sense.
There's golden nibs for fountain pens, I know.
Yeah.
But fountain pens work differently. They have a different nib. It looks the same, but it's different.
It's not the same, yeah.
I'll talk about it on the other stream, but it's not. It doesn't work the same. So yeah, I change maybe after 5 pages, more or less. Between 5 to 10 pages, but it's not that I'm counting, I did like 1 page, I did 2 pages. You can see
You can feel, yeah.
You can feel that it doesn't flow. You try to draw and it doesn't flow, and it like, maybe it like makes like a ball of, suddenly like a big ball of ink flows like in a sudden way that it makes it unpredictable.
Right.
Like basically. So I just throw them away, and they're not that expensive. So these one are a little bit more expensive. The Tachikawa, this is the Maru mapping, the smallest
the one that we started with.
And I did have, so yeah, so most of the artists that use crow quill here in North America, they use this brand.
Hunt? Oh, that's Speedball.
Speedball.
What's Hunt Artist?
It's the name of the nib itself.
Okay.
So these one are pretty cheap. They're not expensive at all.
How much are they?
You can see that it's the same. It looks exactly the same like the mapping ones.
Right.
But it's softer.
Yeah.
It's actually softer. It's not for me, I don't know, it's okay. It's not that it's bad, but I got used to the other ones. So I use the other ones. I think these are cheaper than the Japanese brand. But
right.
this is the kneaded eraser.
Yeah.
I use it to like, if you don't want to erase completely the pencil, you use this, and it just makes it like
soften it a little bit.
Yeah, lighter. So I do use watercolors sometimes for covers. So I didn't actually use it here yet, but it's like a small
watercolor set.
Winsor and Newton, which is a very, very good brand. And this drawer we saw before, this is all the replacements. And here I have the cartridges for the
printer.
Yeah. And I think we'll show maybe next time the tools that I'm using at cons.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And that's it. Was a long one. Longer than the streaming stuff, but yeah. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye bye.